Hi, well here we are on board the Thomson Majesty. It's the end of our holiday, so we're about to vacate our cabin, but just before we do I thought we'd show you some of the features that you can expect from a Thomson cruise cabin. So first of all, here on the bed are all the cruise news that you get each day, which tells you about the place, the port that you're arriving at, the times, the opening times for the shops and the restaurants, etc., and also what's going on with the evening entertainment. It'll give you a full rundown of what's happening and when. You can also get from reception maps for all the ports that you arrive at, which will tell you where the various facilities are. You can also get from reception copies of an abridged newspaper which tells you what's going on back at home. And then finally, in your cabin when you arrive, there will be a guide to all the shore excursions that you can book onto. So that's all the paperwork. Now, just for some of the facilities, you are provided with 2 beach towels, so you don't need to bring any towels with you. The electrical sockets you can see here, you have two. You have a 220 volt round pin socket and also a 110 volts spade socket, which is the American type. So if you bring the adapters for both of those sockets, you should be fine to use hairdryers, straighteners, etc. Then in the wardrobe you'll find a cupboard which contains a safety deposit box. You can get the number from reception. I think there's a small charge for this, but I'm not sure what that is because we didn't use it. And then you can just set the digital code to whatever number you want to choose. There are plenty of coat hangers, so don't worry about bringing any of those. This is a 4-person cabin, so we have a triple wardrobe, which is plenty of space. Inside the bathroom, there is a shaver socket right at the top up here. There's also a hairdryer, so girls, you don't need to pack one if you don't need one. And then finally, a really little handy thing just up here is a washing line which pulls out and clips into this socket here. The showers are pretty good as well. There's also shower gel and shampoo provided, so you don't need to bring those. And there's also soap and tissues, etc. down here. And then finally, the last thing to note is in this cupboard you'll find a small fridge, which is good for keeping your drinks and everything cool. So that's it. That's everything I can think of. Oh, one last thing. Here, this is the temperature control for the room. There is fresh air pumped into the room all the time, and you can set the temperature for that on this thermostat here, so you can find a comfortable temperature for you. And that's individually for each cabin. So that's it. That's the Thomson Majesty cabin. So this is the reception area. There are 2 reception desks, and then a nice ceiling. On this side you've got the destination services desk, and so you can get details of all the shore excursions. You can also get hold of the maps for the shore that we're in today, which is useful to find your way around if you're doing things on your own. And just round this side there's the map of the cruise that we've just done, which is the colourful coasts. It tells you the distance between each stop, and it shows you the plot. Now, what I would say, folks, if you are coming on the Colourful Coasts itinerary, The sea, which is the Atlantic Sea, is very rough, and it has been rough all week for us. And certainly a couple of nights there has been some seasickness, so just to let you know that if you do suffer from seasickness, this is probably not an ideal cruise for you, because the sea is very open and very moderate to rough. If you prefer a calmer cruise with less bobbing up and down, I suggest the Mediterranean or the Red Sea, which are more enclosed and don't suffer from such rough seas. So this is reception then. This is one of the dining rooms, the Four Seasons dining room. There are two formal dining rooms on board. There's this one and the Seven Seas dining room, which is the larger of the two. And the food is excellent, so well recommended. And so that is reception. Just one thing to note actually, if you're struggling finding your way around the ship, you can get hold of one of these handy little maps, which is available from reception, and this shows you the full layout of the ship, tells you where everything is. So come and get one of these. If you haven't got one in your room, you can get one from reception, and you'll be able to find your way around on your first couple of days. This is the Bistro Restaurant. Now this is a fine dining restaurant, and there is an extra charge to eat in here. It's only a small select number of tables. Reservations can be made at reception. So we're now on deck 10, and I'm just going into the Cafe Royale. You just see the pool through the window. This is the buffet cafe, which is open 24 hours a day, so you can come in here any time, day or night. It's self-service teas and coffees, water, fruit juices during breakfast, so you can just help yourself to tea and coffee whenever you like, 24 hours a day. This is the seating area. Some nice views again through the front windows. So this is the Cafe Royale buffet. A selection of what's available. Breads and pastries from breakfast, croissants, yogurts, fruits and nuts, fresh fruit. Then we come to the hot food, good English breakfast. On this side you've got cereals, porridge, and finally cold meats, fish cheeses, and plenty of fruit at the top. So that's the Cafe Royale. So this is the second of the buffet eateries. And again, here you can help yourself to food. Not 24 hours a day, this one. This is just sort of certain times. So you need to check the cruise news for the opening times, but they're just setting up there for lunch. And this is located at the back of the ship. So it's an open dining area. And when it's nice weather, it's nice to sit out here and enjoy the sun while you're eating. So there we are, right at the back of the ship. A few sun lounges down there. Plenty of sun lounges on the decks if you like sunbathing. So that's the Piazza San Marco buffet. So here we are outside on the pool deck, deck 10. And here we can see, this is one of the pools. There's another one on the other side of that wooden structure. There are 2 jacuzzis, which are lovely and warm. Very nice. And then just outside the cafe here, that's the buffet, Cafe Royale, just through those doors. You've got 2 food stations. They're just clearing up from breakfast, but this one was doing waffles and pancakes and toast. And on the other side of the deck, that one was doing omelettes and eggs. And later on they'll have paella, barbecue stuff, various things going on there throughout the day, different food. So you'll never ever go hungry, that's for sure. So this is the second of the 2 pools, and the topsiders bar. This is the adults pool. And the second pool where we've just come from, over that side. Cloudy day today, so not many people in the pool. So this is the very top deck, deck 11. You can see all the sunbeds are out. So for all you sun worshippers, make a beeline for this top deck where you can sunbathe. And these were the pools that we were looking at earlier. There's the first one with topsiders bar just under the balcony to the left. And then at the far side you can see the second pool with the jacuzzis. And a bar at that end as well. It's quite narrow here actually with these beds. It's a one person squeeze through the gap. So on the first night of the cruise they have a sail away deck party down here. They have a band on the stage just there, and everyone up and dancing, having a good time. So that's about it. That concludes our tour of the Thomson Majesty. I hope this information video has been useful. It showed you around the ship. And the last thing to say is, we enjoyed the day on board the Thomson Majesty.